Alright. What's this all about? Do I have to wear a silly mask or something? Because I'll refuse.
Lord Trevelyan of Ostwick, representing the Inquisition.
Oh lord, that's nice. Oh god, you really are all wearing masks.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at this party.
How can you tell? You're all wearing masks!
So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
You heard of me?
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
Well, there was a glowing woman, but... What do you know about Madame de Fer?
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
Okay, well that settles that then. Tell me about the Duke.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the civil war. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
So, what exactly did you hear about me?
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
I can imagine. So, seriously, can you breathe with that thing around your neck?
What a lot of pig shit.
Oh.
Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously.
Oh. Who's the ass?
One knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
We're restoring peace.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army.
What, you want to kill bandits by...
I know what
what?
your Inquisition truly is.
Oh, really?
If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
Oh, yeah,
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Hey.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
To be honest, I couldn't give less of a damn. He just insulted me, but... I don't know how much of an offense that is. It looks like he was going to attack me, but he never really got the chance. Honestly, I couldn't care.
The Marquis doesn't interest me. Do whatever you like with him.
Poor Marquis. Issuing challenges and hurling insults like some Ferelden dog-lord. And all dressed up in your Aunt Solange's doublet. Didn't she give you that to wear to the Grand Tourney? To think all the brave chevaliers who will be competing left for Markham this morning, and you're still here. Were you hoping to sate your damaged pride by defeating the Herald of Andraste in a public duel? Or did you think his sword would end the shame of your failure? Run along, my dear. Do give my regards to your aunt.
Wow. You
I'm delighted to
completely
attend this little gathering.
destroyed
I
him.
wanted to meet you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Do you want to completely break the soul in half of any other guests? Because I kind of like watching that. Could use some
Allow
popcorn,
me to
though.
introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard, and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
So, what about the Marquis, guys? Are you going to be a
Is that
problem?
Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout.
I noticed that's not an answer.
Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Well, the party's been interesting so far.
Your salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far.
I mean, I've
I'm
already
glad to
been
keep you
almost
entertained,
killed.
my dear. I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Explain more about those loyal mages you just mentioned.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
Do you support the circle?
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker knows, magic will find neither on its own.
I agree that the circles as a teaching institution is necessary, but that's not really what they've been usually used for. So what do you want for Artemis?
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
There's a person out. So, do you support the Chantry?
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
The Chantry's kind of opposed to us at the moment.
You are aware that the Chantry hasn't sanctioned this Inquisition.
The Chantry is leaderless. They're in no position to officially sanction anything. Besides, my dear, if there is one virtue the Chant of Light teaches us, it is forgiveness. Once the Inquisition has sealed the breach, I'm sure the new Divine will not care in the slightest about official permission.
I suppose that is true. What exactly are your talents?
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally.
Oh, that'll come in
I
handy.
have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal.
True.
And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
Yeah, that is a pretty useful package. Sure.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Right. It would seem that Blackwall over here has more to say to us.
Now that we've got better maps nearby, fine, forget I said anything. Growling at everyone like
No, go ahead. Who knows? Maybe some fancy noble riding might save my life if a scouting ride goes wrong. And maybe I'll show you a few tricks as well.
I've heard rumors of abandoned warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look, see if there's anything we can salvage.
Well, what can you tell me about the Wardens?
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
Ah, the wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
So what do you know besides fighting blights?
The Blight's been over for 10 years. What do wardens do when the world's not ending?
There is still Darkspawn. Just because we killed so many in Ferelden doesn't mean they're gone. And the world is not so peaceful that there's no use for good men with swords. Sometimes you have to figure out for yourself what the pledge to protect others really means. It's not always about just archdemons and blights.
Well, what was your role in the Blight? What did...
Where were you during the Blight?
I was in Ferelden, on my own, like always. Quietly killed my fair share of Darkspawn too.
So there were more Grey Wardens of Ferelden. Interesting. Why are you traveling alone?
You haven't had contact with other wardens for a while. Why were you on your own?
It's what I've always done. Recruitment only requires one man. Besides, I've always been a loner. Works best for everyone that way.
Do you have any idea where they've gone?
So you have no idea where the rest of the wardens are?
Do you find that odd? The Blight is over. We don't need an organized force. And orders don't change much from day to day. For the last 1,000 years or so, it's been just find Darkspawn, kill them, repeat as necessary.
I suppose so.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
Fair enough. Wow, that's just... more stuff everywhere. Let's add it to the list. The very, very long list. What is this? You know Andrastus or Mabari? He doesn't show up in the chat. And if you ask all his sisters, well, they say Andrastus can't. I've had some big old smelly warlock, but all Ferelden know it's right. Our sweet lady needed someone who would warm her feet at night. And there's Andrastus Manbaric by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against the winter, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride. So he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Oh, that dog he guards Andrastus without arrogance or fear. Or when asking of his mistress, just a scratch behind the ears. But then the old Mafrath gets to plotting, tries to lure the dog away. But even as we trap the prophet, her Mabari never strays. And there's Andrastus Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against Tevinter, that dog would never hide. They said the Maker made him special, blah blah blah. All they thought the wound had killed him, but then he limped out towards the fire. And Hesrian he shed her tears, the dog laid on the pyre. Blah 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 blah. Yes, the Mars companion of the Maker's holy bride. A popular, if historically unlikely, figure from Tavern, so. Intrigues. Intriguing. Okay, I could see that someone was trying to hide a horizon behind that door. Seriously? What's up with that? Should probably check out the whole Red Friends or Red Jenny thing. But it's getting kind of late. Let's just take an overview of the map and then in for today.
Chancellor Roderick came to speak with me. Could you try not to antagonize him?
If I offend the man so easily, perhaps he should try leaving me alone.
Mission report. The chant remains. Diplomacy won the day. The clerics chosen to receive aid have been most appreciative and have successfully drowned out the odd detractors. This caused an internal struggle. Clerics hiring thugs to kill other clerics. I was forced to intervene. Such despicable behavior from those who aspire to the sunburst throne. The mood in the Grand Field is tense, but for now the champion can become our political ally. Yikes! Chose successor in Lights. Part of the Ben Hasbro report known in the current fight for succession in Lights, which has been without direct ruler since Duke Rimash died early in the Orlesian Civil War. The duchy will go to one of the 3 members of the dead Duke's family, all of whom have possible claims to the position due to the complex nature of Orlesian marriage. His daughter Monette, whose claim is murdered by her youthful naivety and the fact that her father pushed her into a life service to the Chantry after his wife's death, like to protect her from the dangers of the game. And his brother Jean Gaspard, an ambitious incumbent who has been searching for power. Carolina is capable and not overly invested in overseeing Lights personally. Monette would be the most easily manipulated, but less likely to be useful. Jean Gaspard would be difficult to manipulate and could present a threat if he succeeds his brother. I can destroy Caroline's marriage with 4 words and the proper glove left on the proper table. Monette will do better than enchanter on the game. I can see that she's a curse to take vows. John Gaspard is a chevalier and is capable military leader. If we want him removed, I guess we might recruit him for ourselves. Well, that might be the best thing to do. True for dare. Letter addressed to Vivienne lies opened on the table. A note has been added to the top of the reach. Josephine, darling, you should take care of this, V. My dearest Vivienne, you cannot have heard this shocking allegation against the Inquisition, or surely you would have never been seen with her. Allow me as a friend to open your eyes. People think that divine Justitia is indeed alive, but that the Inquisition, her close advisors and most trusted servants, have orchestrated all the chaos on her orders. That it was Seeker Pentacus and Sister Nightingale who sabotaged the Conclave in order to eliminate opposition within the Chantry and cut off the heads of the Mage Rebellion Templars in a single stroke. To save your own reputation, you must escape this sequence immediately. Oh my... This is going to give me an aneurysm. I just know it. Your worship, may this serve you as it served us. I have other blades. Thank you. Go get someone to do something about this. Come, hire this man. We can certainly use more assistance.
All right.
For this, I dare say that you will probably be the most useful. Assault rumor. Right. And you need to find out who the hell's spreading this bullshit.
Let's see what we have.
Right. Well, next time I'll probably follow up on the whole Red Jenny lead. So, this has been Eric Cobra, and this has been Let's Play the Dragon Age Inquisition. Not the Dragon Age, but just Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition line. See you all around.